Okay, welcome back to Fantasy 1.0. Today we are going to talk about young, studly pitchers that you should be evaluating and possibly picking up and putting on your roster.
And yield for the apocalypse, yeah. It's the apocalypse, yeah.
Are some young, rookie, first year, second year pitchers. A lot of these guys have been, there's been a lot of hype around them, but some of them are still available. So I want you to take a look at these guys. This is in no specific order. I've actually had questions about these guys because a lot of people are actively looking for starting pitchers. What do you think of Skaggs? What do you think of Lopez? Can you rate them? Big takeaway is this, is if you try to get some of these guys on your roster, you're obviously going to be doing some shuffling in the early season. So I'm going to go through the list. And again, you get any comments or anything or questions, Twitter or below, and I'll get back to you. Tyler Skaggs from the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So he's looked good so far. I think his last start, he got rocked by Boston, but everybody's getting rocked by Boston, so there's nothing wrong with that. He's in a 6-man rotation as well, but he looks really good. I don't have what percentage of leagues he's owned in right now, but keep an eye out for him. He looks great. I watched him pitch a game. I don't remember what team they were playing against. I think it was his first or second start, and he looks really good, and he's probably available still in some leagues. Sean Newcomb. So he hasn't quite gotten the fanfare a lot of these other guys I'm going to mention, but this guy throws fire too. He's with the Braves. Problem with him, I think, is control a little bit, but he looks really good, and if he keeps it together, he's somebody that's just going to be humming along that you could have, starting pitcher 5 or 6. And off you go. Ronaldo Lopez. I think I'm a little higher on him than most other people are. Maybe because the White Sox are terrible and he walks a lot of guys, but he looks really good. His stuff's electric. Definitely keep your eye on him. He's probably, out of this whole list of guys, probably my top 3. Jake Junis, he's pretty good. He's with Kansas City. Again, if he's out there and you need a hand, pick him up. This guy's on the back end of the list. Remember, this is in no specific order. And then I've been so excited. I wanted to say this guy's name, Joey Lucchesi. So Joey Lucchesi, I think that's how you pronounce it, but he pitches for the Padres. Man, he was in Colorado. I think he pitched 6 innings and gave up no runs. So I think everybody's sort of paying attention to that. If he's still out there, pick him up. Definitely pick him up. Nick Pivetta too. The Phillies look really good. I worry about their ballpark because it's kind of a launching pad, and he was a part of being launched on last year. But he's looked good so far this year, and that team looks good this year. So apart from the coach, who I think is kind of crazy, I forget his name. But Nick Pivetta, another guy to keep an eye out for. Chris Stratton, I've mentioned before, pitcher for the Giants. Team isn't the strongest in the world, but it's a great pitching ballpark, and he's looked pretty sharp too. I think he beat the Diamondbacks, or at least he had a good game against the Diamondbacks last week, so keep your eye out for him. Jack Flaherty, my man, Jack Flaherty, fireballer, mad in the minors. He gets called back up he's an injury away from getting called back up to St. Louis, and I think he's going to rock it. So if you've got an extra roster spot, pick him up. Hopefully you don't have all your roster spots full of all your other rookies that I've asked you to sort of hold on to and sit on, but if you haven't done that yet, then do it with this guy. Jake Faria, so I was like, oh, this guy's interesting at the start of the season. And then he was like, I think he lasted 4 innings and he gave up a run, and then he got destroyed by Boston. You notice a lot of pitchers getting destroyed by Boston. But his last 2 starts have been pretty quiet. So he might be settling down. Another guy you might want to keep an eye on, and evaluate as well. So another guy I don't have on here, but I want to mention, not just because of his awesome mustache, but Daniel Mengden. He's looked okay. His ERA is sitting around 4.5, but he's pitching in Oakland. I like those Oakland pitchers. I like that big ballpark. So, keep an eye on that guy as a bonus. So there you have it. Those are some studly young men you should keep your eye out for this summer. That's all I got. Over and out. No.
Just a bit outside.
If you have any questions, tweet me, right? Tweet. Or comment below. Definitely like this video. And yes, definitely subscribe. That's all I have for you for now.
Put your seatbelt on and yield. It's the apocalypse.